Hello and welcome back to Gent Watches. Today, something different-ish today because I don't know what the schedule is going to be like for this. We're doing The Boys Season 3, Episode 1 today. Now, The Boys do the thing where they release 3 episodes at once. Well, 3 episodes to start with, and then they release, I think, 1 every week after that. And that kind of is difficult for reaction stuff because I have to figure out when I'm going to fit that into my schedule. So I'm not sure what the schedule is going to be like. I'm thinking maybe I'll do 2 episodes this week and 2 episodes next week, but maybe I'll do all 3 this week if I can, and then have, I don't know. We'll just have to hope that it works out. I'm going to try to fit it in when I can. Make sure to subscribe so that you get updates on when my videos come out. Now, The Boys. Okay, I wasn't planning to do The Boys, but the thing is, when it came out, I was like, oh yeah, that is a very good show, which is very good for reactions. At least the first 2 seasons were. And it is a show that a lot of people were talking about. So I feel like just so that I'm not behind, I should do The Boys stuff. Now, here is a minor issue, right? I loved The Boys, season 1 and 2. I loved it. I watched them basically when they came out. So, and then I've watched so much stuff since then, and I haven't really gone back. I rewatch a lot of shows, but I haven't rewatched The Boys. Except for, I did watch it with my family once. So I've seen that show a total of twice. But that was also when it came out. So it's not fresh in my head. And it was a pretty complex show with a lot of different plot lines going on. There was a lot of like betrayals, and there was a lot of interesting character dynamics and blah, 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 blah. So here's what I did. I went and watched a recap video of the whole 2nd season. And then I also rewatched most of the last episode. Like I rewatched like sort of a summary of the last episode. So I'm pretty caught up now on it all, but I kind of don't know how caught up I am until I'm watching the show again. I think once I'm watching the show again, I'll know whether it was a good idea to watch this now or whether I should have watched a bit more. If I watch this episode and I find out, hey, I actually have forgotten a lot more stuff than I realize, then hopefully between recording episodes 1 and 2, I will go and catch myself up on the stuff I need to catch myself up on. So, in this video, please give me some leeway, because I think I'm normally, especially if you watch my videos, I think I'm normally pretty good at picking up on stuff, remembering characters, just like understanding motivations, all that sort of stuff. I would like you to give me a little bit of leeway in this show, because I am openly admitting from the start that it's a little tricky for me to remember some of the details. So if I get names wrong, if I get motivations wrong, if I misremember things that happened, if I don't remember things that happened, if I'm not understanding certain storylines, don't be mad. And I will, like, if there's stuff that I don't understand and feel like I should understand, I'll probably understand it after the episode's done. Like, I'll go and rewatch what I need to rewatch or whatever to fill in those blanks. So do not worry. Hopefully by episode 2 or 3 I will be back in it. But anyway, this is just a great show. And if you enjoy these reactions, please make sure to like the video, make sure to comment down below that you enjoy them. Yeah, and I think that's essentially it. Other than the fact that I've said this in the past few videos, and I'm going to say it again, just because some people are only watching certain videos. My tongue has been hurting a little bit the past few days. It is almost completely better. It has gotten much, much better. It's almost completely better, but it's still not quite there. So if I stumble over my words, if I don't talk with as much enthusiasm as I normally do, if I'm swallowing a lot, stuff like that, that is because my tongue is hurting. So I apologize for that as well. Okay, that was 5 minutes of apologies, and now we're into 50 minutes, or an hour. I think all these episodes are an hour. An hour of The Boys Season 3, Episode 1. I'm kind of nervous about this, because I hope that I'm caught up with everything that happens, but let's get into The Boys Season 3, Episode 1. Whoa. Oh, is this a movie? They recast her. Well, not recast. They cast an actor to portray her. I love the Avengers like music.
What?
Dun dun dun.
Nazi bitch.
The fans spoke with those release the board cut hashtags, you guys.
Okay. Snyder cut.
We've been able to root out a few bad apples together. Thank you.
Thank you.
For you to steal him over. Do me a favor and kill me.
Only if it's murder suicide.
But it's been over a year and the people
Only questions about the movie. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank
We
you.
have Black Noir here for you.
What's Black Noir? Are they gonna be able to get anything out of him?
Big energy, bro. Who you wearing? Everything we've been through, we be here
Yep.
together.
After that first episode,
Good thought.
who'd have thought?
But out of crisis comes change. Out of crisis comes change.
Oh, the practice speech. That's great. Those eyes are so dead.
Tony Gilroy had to reshoot all your shit.
Oh my god. What the hell? Oh.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
No thanks. Yep.
Okay. I'll talk to Newman.
You could take your tongue out of her ass. Slam on your big boy pants. Make a fucking decision.
Here's a chain of command. It's been so long since I've seen these characters. I did miss them. Frenchie, Kimiko. Butcher, of course. What? It's like a dollhouse. I think he was in like the first episode. In like the bar or something. Oh. That was a really cool scene, even though I suspected that wasn't happening. Oh, there we go. Yep. We're not gonna see it, right? Oh, we might. Oh my god. Maybe this won't go on YouTube. I can't even imagine how it would feel. I just can't. That's impossible for me to imagine. Look, in my mind, this just feels... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so he's like Ant-Man where he keeps the strength. What if he did the same thing to you? It's like the Thanos, yeah, Ant-Man Thanos thing. Oh yeah. He's basically invisible, really. Oh my god, it's terrifying that he could just... But if he grew there, he would, like, break out of it, possibly?
Call the bureau.
Wow. Wow. Good job, Butcher. Well done. Did not think Butcher would have that restraint. He's grown. Oh yeah, I forgot Simon Pegg was his dad. Man, I forget how just over the top and adult this fucking show is.
You love that bagel so much, you're gonna fake herpes?
I can have herpes. You don't think I could have herpes?
How'd surveillance go with termite last night?
You know, I haven't checked in with Butcher yet, but I'm sure it went fine.
Termite? Is that his name?
I'm just waiting to see Nadia.
Nadia? Man, I feel like Butcher just... Every time he has to follow a rule, he's cursing himself. Like any rule. If he ever accidentally waits for a green light, he gets angry. Oh, that's why he was buying Connect 4. I thought he was just bored. That makes sense. One of the most boring games you got a bored of, though. Get him Gloomhaven or something. He wins.
Oh, you cheeky little blighter.
That alone makes you a better man than your father ever was. If you're not such an asshole.
Get the kid a fucking burger now and then, would you?
My gosh, put some life in your eyes for once, Homelander. He's so miserable.
My numbers are going up, coach.
You're only talking about yourself.
What was that?
I actually think that went pretty well.
How could you not know that Stormfront was a Nazi?
Wow, you want to ask some original questions, man?
Yeah, I'm over it. You've seen me in the last 12 months, right? I'm straight. It's ancient history.
Man, we're seeing a lot of growth. Dressed as Homelander? Oh my god. It feels so messed up. Like, it feels so uncomfortable for anyone to be dressed as Homelander. Or have a Homelander poster back there. And on the cake? Oh my god.
One dose of this temporary gives a soldier 24 hours of powers, give or take. And then they return right back to normal. How stable is it? Iron suits in the army are an unmitigated shit show.
Yeah, that sounds
Hard Rock Cafe in Lagos should be
like it wouldn't go well.
It should be a serious company. A defense pharmaceutical company. Not a daycare dealing with spoiled children and dead prostitutes.
That it... That is what you're doing.
Because your soldiers will only be super temporarily.
Oh.
Finally perfected.
I see.
Used a Nazi to sell it. Radio fucking acting.
Oh my god.
No, come on.
Stop eating this damn food! She's blown up people's heads and that's the worst thing she's done.
How much is suit collateral down this year?
60%.
And we did it the right way without being covered in blood.
Yeah. He wants to eliminate it.
You're irritating, but
But, yeah.
So please just trust me.
They're doing it above board.
You must be having a
It's a
fucking laugh.
tough situation.
That little cunt.
Don't yell at Kimiko.
Fuck me. I should have done termite when I had the chance.
a little
Compromise. Fuck you. Your whole life's a compromise.
Hey, at least I have a fucking life.
Oh.
I didn't mean that. She would have wanted you to.
Oi! Stevie fucking Wonder! You knock it off, you're doing me fucking head in! Jesus fucking Christ. Everyone's losing their fucking minds.
Don't yell at Kimiko. Yeah. I love her so much. I love Kimiko. She's always been my favorite character. don't! Butcher's gonna snap your neck. I love the way she tried to very quietly do it. That's a loud kettle, dude. The little jog.
Which is why the board wants to make you co-captain of the seven. What?
Whoa.
Co-captain?
I'd really like to keep discussing this.
Absolutely. Set a timer with Samantha and we'll get you in.
Edgar's one of the only people who can speak to him like that.
No problem.
I think that's his name, Edgar, right?
Angela's pretty full. Let's try and find you a window.
Can Homelander just listen in from outside?
Sir, there is no way. I mean, you saw it.
He can
He's-
get as pissy as he wants. As I am CEO.
You know that he can probably hear you.
Good. I hope he does. I am offering you real power. You should think about it.
So, I mean, she's, the best among them. So she's kind of the most qualified, but it's such a terrible group.
With only 3 contestants left, who will join the 7? Will it be Supersonic?
Oh, interesting.
Loaded onto the scene as Drummer Boy. And maybe on an old flame.
The reality show zooms.
And really great that you guys are still so close. Just really.
Don't be jealous, it's okay.
Nothing to worry about. I mean, sex. We did a ton of butt stuff. Come on.
Yeah, never do that again.
First female co-captain of any super team ever. I mean, think about what that would mean to
Really? How many super teams are there?
not just me. I mean, I could bring good people into the 7.
What, you mean like your boyfriend?
Wow, you're saying a lot of stuff you don't mean right now.
Look, Huey.
I think he must be under a lot of stress for him to be just like snapping at people. Well, not snapping, but saying the wrong things. Sound design there was good.
You want one? I'll go grab a PA.
Oh, no. Thank you, though.
Why would you grab a PA? You can get it in half a second.
What did you say?
He's got super hearing. Oh! I forgot how scary the show is. Like how tense it is constantly. Always on the edge of my seat. Always terrified that someone's going to just get murdered on screen, because sometimes people do.
I'm just skulking around like
What?
a frightened schoolgirl.
Are they? Yep. I was about to say, are they doing what I think they're going to do? And yep. You're having her on a hospital bed give you a hand job. Oh my god. I don't feel bad for her because I know she's absolute garbage.
She was fucking Soldier Boy, and gunpowder was.
Oh my gosh.
If anyone knows,
I love that Soldier Boy is straight up Captain America.
it's 10 feet. One shot makes you a suit for 24 hours. I mean, they think it's
Is
R&D.
Great.
is Butcher gonna use that at any point?
Looks full of blood footballs.
You're going
Oh my god. We're gonna get a Super Butcher this season? A-Train? Is that what that noise is? Nope. Homelander.
You want to watch me have a wank? It'll cost you a tenner.
Kinda don't have a choice.
Can we just skip to the part where you laser my fucking brains out?
Where's the sport in that?
Pushing the buttons of the strongest person in the universe that we know of.
Treat us like we're obsolete. Doesn't that make you angry?
Yeah. It does.
Oh my gosh. Homelander and Butcher is not a good combination. They're both so messed up in different ways.
Well, what if we share a different?
I don't know what to think of this. I don't know what to think of this. He's still calling Nadia, and she wasn't responding, seems like.
We were best friends.
That was a long time ago, Tony.
Oh no, what if Tony's head explodes? Don't blow up his head! Don't blow up his head! No! No! Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's super as well. Ah! Ooh. Oh! Oh! That is horrifying. That is so horrifying. Oh, I hate this. I hate how there's almost too much gore in this show. Oh. Sorry, Huey. Oh my gosh. It's back. The show's back. And it is just as disgusting as ever. I'm so torn sometimes with this show because, like, the point of the disgusting nature of the show, the blood and the guts and the constant sex and all that sort of stuff, it's supposed to be dirty, right? The whole point of The Boys is this is the dirty side of superhero stuff. This is superhero stuff in a world where it's truly disturbing and awful. So, of course, all the stuff they do matches perfectly with that. It's still so uncomfortable to watch. And sometimes, like, scenes like that, I'm like, I wish he just blew up his head. You know? Instead of blowing up half his head and we have to just look at half of a head there. Oh my god. It's so much. Okay. I feel like I was mostly all good with that episode. Like, I don't feel like I was confused at any bit to what was going on. It took me a little bit to sort of figure out where we were, especially since I think they had a year time jump, I'm assuming, because they kept saying a year. So it would be kind of crazy if it was a 3-month time jump and they just kept mentioning the year. So yeah, there seems to be quite a big time jump. And we're at a point where there's a status quo now that is still not great, but it's probably better than it was in seasons 1 and 2, but it's still not great. There's still a whole bunch of really screwed up stuff going on. And it's a status quo that sort of nobody is satisfied with. Like, everyone, like, Vought doesn't like the way that everything's going down, like all their popularity is going down slightly, and Starlight doesn't like that she doesn't that she doesn't have the power yet, I guess, but she's gonna probably get it now, being co-captain. Huey doesn't quite like how little they're doing, but he's, you know, trying to make himself okay with it. Butcher hates everything right now because he's having to follow all these rules and do follow all these regulations, and the result is, in his eyes, less effective than when he was doing it while breaking all the rules, you know? So it's got to be, I mean, it's tough for him. And then Homelander feels like he has no power anymore, and so he hates it as well. Everyone is unsatisfied at this point, even though this is probably the best the world has been that we've seen. And it's still horrifying. It's still awful and disgusting and terrible. Speaking of disgusting, all the termite stuff. I mean, imagine blowing up from your penis. Like, just exploding that section outwards, pelvis outwards. Just, oh my gosh, like, I know the show's got to do that shock sort of stuff because it's funny, and like, I can't deny it's funny. It's funny, and it gets people talking, and it gets you back in the, like, the boys mindset. But man, so they mentioned at the end there Red River. I don't think they've mentioned Red River in previous seasons, and if they have, I definitely don't remember it. But I'm thinking Red River is probably whatever is the reason behind Vanessa. Is that her name? I know the name, her original name was Nadia, we just found out. But Vanessa, and this guy, Tony, it's how they got their powers. How they, you know, whatever happened to give them their powers. Because we don't know that they're, well, like, most characters don't know that they're supers. So there's something there. Yeah, very curious about that. So the 24-hour power thing, that seems like the exact, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, as I said, my tongue is bad today, and it's, I'm feeling it. So I'm definitely, this discussion may be shorter than I want it to be because it's getting to the point where it's getting hard to talk. The 24-hour power thing is pretty much what I'd expect from a show like this on their third season. This tends to happen where it's like, okay, let's add in something that makes it so that we're gonna see combinations we haven't seen before. So the potential for someone like Butcher or even Frenchie or Huey to get powers, or Mother's Milk, any of these characters to get powers and then be able to take them away, it feels like they're gonna build up that, and Butcher's gonna get powers like toward the end of the season for a bit, you know. Maybe even he's gonna fight Homelander with it. I don't know, in fact, like, how much of this show they plan to do. I don't know if they're hoping for like this to be the last season, or if they're hoping for, you know, 6 seasons or whatever. I think maybe at some point when season 2 came out, they said what their plan was, and I can't remember it. But I think, like, I don't know. In my head, I'm saying 4, but I don't know why. Just because in my head that seems like the right amount of seasons for a show like this. It feels like this one is like the first season was set up. The second season was like the resolution of the main conflict. The third season is like the calm afterward in setup for the big stuff, and then season 4 would be the big stuff. That's what it feels like to me. But you know, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. And Annie as the co-captain stuff, it's interesting because, yeah, she's like, she almost seemed like she was more interested in the power of it and the fact that she earned it rather than what she could do with it. She was saying what she could do with it, but my vibe of her conversation with Huey, it felt like the main argument was like, I earned this, so I should take it, rather than like, this is where I need to be to do the most good. But it's hard to tell, because in that conversation, Huey did come off looking the worst because he had the whole jealousy thing. The jealousy thing is unfortunate because, you know, I like Huey and I don't want him to be to be like that. I also understand it. I have had problems with jealousy of my own in the past, and I think I've grown past that, and I sure hope I have. At least grown mostly past that. I'd be pretty confident that I've grown past the point of doing anything that Huey was doing in this episode. But yeah, I get it. I have definitely experienced that kind of jealousy before, and I have, and yeah, I've like been kind of that annoying boyfriend before, so I get it. But maybe that's why it's so uncomfortable for me to look at, and I really don't want it for Huey, because I know that's a bad part of myself that I didn't like. So yeah, but I'm not sure. I kind of hope that that's only a small thing, you know, and that's not what like tears Annie and him apart. In fact, I don't want Annie and him to get apart at all. I don't know if the show needs that necessarily, but I mean, maybe they will. I guess I'll just trust the writers, and whatever they want to do, they want to do. But I feel like they could possibly be setting up a little bit of an Annie goes crazy with power. Not crazy with power, but gets a little power hungry in this season. Like, I feel like they could be setting that up. They could be setting that up. They could be setting up Butcher being like a proper villain and working with Homelander, like a real antagonist of the show. I mean, they could be setting up a lot of stuff for this season. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. There are 2 more episodes out right now. I can't watch them right now, like at this moment, but those videos will be coming up, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you will know when they come out. And other than that, make sure to like the video. It really helps me out, and comment down below if you liked the episode, if you liked my discussion of it, any of that sort of stuff. Feel free to comment it down below, and I will read it. It will be read by me. It'll be in my head. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.